Well, developing for mobile is different than traditional desktop or web application in that you have to assume at any time that if your application is going to be connecting back to another system within your company, that you may be in fact disconnected, that you may not have mobile connectivity, you might be down in the sub-basement in downtown Boston, or you might be out in the wilderness of Western Massachusetts, and you may not be able to get to, via web services, the other systems that you have within your company. So little things like populating a drop-down list, or if you're making updates on the tablet, being able to cache those updates locally, probably using SQLite, the built-in database that most mobile platforms, including iOS and Android, support. Being able to spool up your updates, queue them, and knowing whether or not you're connected to the network, and then once you are reconnected to the network, being able to then send all your updates. Also being able to survive a reboot. By default, a lot of the technologies don't. If you use them, the onboard technologies on the mobile platforms for queuing, they may not, by default, automatically show up again if you reboot the device. So, making sort of a persistent queue and making it so that no matter what, when the app comes up and regains network connectivity, that it's able to send all of the data that it is spooled up. Also, just in general, the mobile devices are going to have smaller touch-based screens and lower amounts of memory available. So being somewhat miserly about the operations that you do, making sure that you're not doing extensive image caching or video caching or anything that starts making the tablet perform poorly. Also on video in particular, making sure that if you're storing it on the tablet, that if you're going to push this over a 3G network or, God forbid, a 1X network, that it's probably not tenable, and that you have to come up with some other sort of synchronization mechanism. Maybe when you get back to the shop at night and you're on Wi-Fi, that's when the video gets pushed off the device. You could probably get away with it with pictures if you're going out and taking pictures in the field, compressing the JPEG and sending those over the wire during the day. But anything where you're spooling up a large amount of data, you've got to be cognizant of how quickly is this going to be able to be pushed back to the servers, and when you have 200 clients doing the same thing, how are the servers going to respond, and how is the network bandwidth with your cellular carrier going to respond to that?